That's a fun little feature when it does that. All right, let's do a long press. That's pretty cool. Hey guys and girls, I'm James and welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a look at a brand new Holystone drone, the HS420. Holystone's always made the best beginner mini drones, but now they've made one with a camera. So if you watch my other videos, you always hear me say that the HS210 is the best beginner mini drone on the market because it really teaches the orientation of the controls. So what do I mean by that? All drones sit on 4 axes. So they pitch forward and back, they yaw left and right, they roll left and right, and they go up and down. So the first time you put the controllers in your hand, the orientations of these joysticks can be a little bit confusing. So many people, they go out, they buy an expensive drone, and they come home with something and it looks like this. And they think, you stupid drone, but they just didn't learn the orientation of the controls. That's why it's so important to start with the mini drone. And this one's fun because it has a camera. And this one's this price point on Amazon right now, which is compared very closely to the 210, which is this price right now. And you might say, James, well, the 340 is just about that same price. Yeah, but this one's a little bit too big and quirky to fly inside once you put the prop guards on it, where this one flies really good inside, and it's got a camera if you're looking for a camera. So this would make a really good Christmas present. So before we go put it up in the air, let's go over the app and the features of the drone. All right, well, let's see what she weighs in at. She weighs in with the battery at 32 grams. That's quite a bit more than the HS210 that weighs in at 25 grams. So how much is 31 grams? Well, 31 grams is about the same weight as 7 pieces of saltwater taffy from the State Fair of Texas. Oh wait, not 7 pieces. Actually it's the weight of 6 pieces. So inside the box, you'll get the controller, the drone. You'll get 3 batteries that take about an hour to charge, and you only get about 5 or 6 minutes of flight time, where you get 7 or 8 maybe on the 210, but it does have a camera on it. You get a couple chargers and the light will be red, then it'll turn green once it's through charging up. You get a prop removal tool. Be sure and use this. If you do damage one of these props, which would be kind of hard to do since they're so covered, be sure and use a prop removal tool. If you pull on it, you're going to end up pulling out one of these little bitty wires that goes to the motor, and the drone will be ruined. Now, even though it does come with 4 props and you think that you just replace it with a different color, that's not true, because if you look, they're labeled A and B. So there's an A and a B red and an A and B black, and the angle of attack is different on them, so make sure you get the right one. So it did come with a handy dandy screwdriver to take these covers off, because if you look real close, there's a little bitty screw in here to take these off. Where the HS420, they just turn and come off, which was a lot easier. So I really do like the modular batteries. That is one thing with the 210. It's really hard to get this pushed in there every time. Where these modular batteries, they just pop on and off very easily. So even though it has a shorter flight time, it is easier to change out the batteries. There is a gimbal on the camera where you can move it up and down. And it did come with a nice little bag to keep everything in. So on the remote, this is where you turn it on. I love this. This is your high-low speed. You just flip this switch over right here. A short press here takes a picture. A long press takes a video. This button, a short press, puts it into headless mode, which takes the orientation of the drone away. Don't use that. The whole point of flying this drone is so you can know which way it's going, and it takes the orientation of it away. A long press of it sets the trim. So if you put it up in the air and it seems to be drifting a little bit to the left or the right, push down on this button and turn one of these controls the opposite way it's going. It takes a little bit of practice, but you'll get the hang of it. Up here is a really cool button. You push it once and it'll spin really fast. You'll see that in the video, and a long press makes it do an orbit. And this is your takeoff button and your land button, but a long press of it kills the motor. So if the wind starts to catch it and you're flying outside, or if it goes into a tree and you want to kill the motors, just press on this one long. And then the flip button is actually, you push down on this here. Hear that click? You press down on it, and whichever direction you go, it's going to flip. But make sure you've got it 3 or 4 feet away from you, because if you flip it towards you and it's 2 feet away, it's going to hit you in the head. Of course, this is where your phone goes, but I'm going to use my iPad to show you how the app works. So it does come with a really nice instruction booklet in many languages. and you turn to page 13 and you see the iOS, you open up your camera and you put it there, and then you open up the app. So you download the app. It's the Holystone FPV. So you turn the drone on by a long press back here, and you'll see it blinking. You turn on the remote with the long press. And to make it bind, you go up and down. So up, down, and see they both quit blinking. You put it back on a flat surface to set the gyros, and then you pull down and to the right. And it'll blink again. But make sure it's on a flat surface when you do that. If you're holding it in your hands or something, you're gonna set the gyro crooked and it's gonna take off and not fly right. So now we open up the app, but before you even do that, you need to go to your settings. This is the most important part. And go to your Wi-Fi. And you see Holystone FPV? It won't connect to the app for the camera to work if you don't connect your Wi-Fi. And it's using the Wi-Fi of your phone or your iPad, not the Wi-Fi from your home. Reopen the app, enter a device, and you see how good the camera's working. It's a 1080p camera, works really well as you're flying around. So without a 3-axis gimbal, you're not going to get really good video, but you will get some really good pictures. And remember, you can move the gimbal up and down. I would say don't use the app when you're flying. Use the controller. Just use the app so you can see where you're going. So to start the motors, you just push on this button here, and it'll take off and jump about 3 foot in the air. And to get it to land, just press it again. So there's no wind out here today, guys. You can't fly this drone if it's windy. Well, sure. There we go, that's a lot better. So if you see the pond, you can tell there's really no wind. You can't fly a mini drone in the wind. It's still even being affected by the wind. There's a little bit of wind. Now let's turn this one. That's cool. That's a fun little feature when it does that. All right, let's do a long press. That's pretty cool. Oh, here comes the sun. All right, and then we press down on this one, and then push. All right, well, it's supposed to be pressed down. There it goes. I love that. I don't know why. And here's a couple pictures I took with the mini drone. The pictures are really good. Very good quality for something so small. All right. All right, let's test the range on it. Yeah, it's not real fast. Make sure I am in speed 2. Yeah, there it goes. See, I think it went back to speed 1. Yeah, that's a little bit quicker. So if it seems to be slower, maybe it just automatically somehow goes back in. Oh, I know. I'm fighting the wind when I come this way. That's what it is. See, it's going into the wind there. If I turn it around, come back with the wind, it's a lot faster. Start getting a beep and it probably just lands itself. Okay, the spin feature won't work once it's beeping. Yeah, it won't spin. There it goes. All right, it's landing on its own. I'm pushing up. Nope. So thanks so much for watching my review of the Holystone HS420. Best beginning mini drone with a camera. If you're just wanting a mini drone because you want to learn how to fly, I still like the HS210. Even though it doesn't have the modular batteries and it's hard to get in, but it still flies really good. This one flies really good and has a camera, but it's a little bit more expensive, which puts it really close to the HS420. So if you want something to fly outdoors that's really inexpensive with the camera, this would be the one. But if you want to fly indoors and you want a mini drone and to have a camera, this is a really good choice. So like always, if you got something out of this, please like and subscribe. Subscribers mean everything to me on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.